start.
Okay, so we have basically everyone here, and I also have someone, well, I have a few people on my FaceTime as well, which is why I have that there. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and start my broadcast, and we'll be good. Click OK, there we go. All right, give it one moment, and it's live, perfect. So basically, I brought you all here to talk about whether or not pit bulls are a vicious breed. I'm pretty sure that when you've heard the term pit bull, you have the thoughts that automatically come to your mind, such as locking jaws, dangerous, vicious, and maybe a bad breed. But if I were to ask you, would you be willing to admit whether or not you're afraid of pit bulls? Would you feel comfortable answering that honestly?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be willing to admit whether or not you're afraid of pit bulls whatsoever?
No. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. If you've never considered owning a pit bull, I want to be able to share with you why they're such great dogs. Over the past several years, pit bull dogs have been getting a bad reputation for being a vicious breed, like I told you. But is this growing reputation even true? Are they even a vicious breed? No, they're not more dangerous than any other dog breed that you will come across. As a dedicated animal lover, I've been around a variety of dogs since I was a small child. From small to large breeds, I've worked with them, walked with them, trained with them for the last 12 years, and I can tell you that my personal experiences have taught me that pit bull breeds are no more dangerous than any other dog breed. In fact, they're just medium-sized fur babies that want to love and then give attention. So over the next few minutes, I want to be able to share a few reasons why no one should be afraid of the pit bulls. So I'm going to present some facts and statistics regarding the pit bull breeds to help you discern in your own mind whether or not you feel they're worthy of the label of being called vicious. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that pit bulls do not have any locking jaws whatsoever. I'm sorry to disappoint, but their jaw is anatomically the same as any other medium-sized dog breed. And I'm going to demonstrate this fact by showing you a little picture. So if you wouldn't mind taking a picture, or just a look at this picture, can you point out which one you think belongs to a pit bull?
I said one on the right.
This one right here?
Nope. No, actually, the one on the left.
Yeah,
One on the
I was
left?
saying the one on the left.
Okay. How confident are you that the skull you've chosen belongs to a pit bull?
I don't think
Not
either.
very.
50-50.
50-50? Okay.
Not very.
Well, I want to go ahead and scroll down a little bit so you can kind of see. That is the skull of a pit bull, and that is the skull of a Labrador Retriever.
Damn.
Anatomically, they're entirely the same. Furthermore, Dr. Lear Brisbane from the University of Georgia State even said that there is absolutely no evidence of there ever existing or of any kind of mechanism that would allow the structure of a pit bull jaw to lock. So it's actually the same as all the other dog breeds. So unfortunately, for the myth that says that there's locking jaw mechanisms for pit bulls, does not exist. So now a sense that you know that pit bulls will bite in the same manner as other dogs, since the fact that their jaws don't lock, let's focus on their bite strength. There has been a rumor circulating recently that the pit bull has a bite strength of supposedly 10,000 per square inch, or PSI. Now, based on the typical bite strength of the predators found in the animal kingdom, a Siberian tiger has a bite strength of 950 PSI. I'm pretty sure all of you know that there's no way a pit bull can have a stronger bite than a Siberian tiger. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. But for those of you that want to know how strong a pit bull's bite strength is, there was a test conducted actually. It was on the 18th of 2005, and Dr. Brady Barr from National Geographic's Dangerous Encounters did an episode on the bite force. And he tested the bite strength of 3 dogs, which were a German Shepherd, an American Pit Bull, and a Rottweiler. And the way he was able to go and conduct this test was he wore a sleeve that was hooked up to a specialized computer. And so when each of the dogs were to bite, it was going to measure the amount of pounds that the dog's jaw exerted onto that little sleeve. And that would be able to help him figure out how much pounds per square inch each dog bite was exerting. Well, as it turned out, the results came in that no one was expecting. So for instance, the pit bull had a bite strength of 235 pounds per square inch. The German Shepherd's bite was 238 pounds per square inch. And the Rottweiler's bite was 328 pounds per square inch. So based on that evidence alone, the pit bull dogs don't have the greatest bite strength among dogs. In fact, the bite force of any dog is related to its overall size, strength, and energy, which, based on these two, they don't have a bite strength unless you have a treat. It's the truth. So when you also take into consideration that pit bulls are a medium-sized breed, kind of like Mischief is right there, you're going to have a lot of other dog breeds that will have a greater bite strength. So for instance, if you take a Bull Mastiff, a Doberman Pinscher, German Shepherd, or a Rottweiler, those are all larger breeds, and as a result, they have a greater bite strength. So now that you kind of have a bit more understanding of the anatomical capacity of the pit bull, let's talk about some other things that have been talked about, which would be the temperament. There's so many people saying that they would never leave their child alone with a pit bull, or they wouldn't ever consider having a pit bull because they have a bad temperament. Well, unfortunately, no pit bull is just ever going to turn against their owner, and that is the truth for any other dog breed. There has to be a reason, because dogs in general won't just lash out and attack. And some of the things that could cause a dog to lash out could be aggression from reasons such as improper handling, lack of socialization or training, misreading your dog's behavior, or in rare cases, the dog could be suffering from a disease such as rabies. Of course, each dog breed, as we all know, has different temperaments, and some like to be cuddle dogs, others are herders, and overall, so many people have tried to understand what is a good temperament for the generic forms of just any dog. And the people that were able to help us determine what could be considered a good temperament was the American Temperament Testing Society, or ATTS for short. They devised a test that would focus and measure different aspects of a dog's temperament, which would be their stability, shyness, aggressiveness, and their friendliness, as well as the dog's instincts for protectiveness towards their handler or for self-preservation in the face of a threat. Back in December of 2017, the ATTS, they tested 931 pit bull dogs. Out of all of those, 814 passed the test. So basically what this means is that an average pit bull dog will have an 87.4% chance of passing the test, meaning that they would have an excellent or idealistic temperament to be able to have for any main dog owner. Furthermore, to get more precise, the ATTS even tested 126 other dog breeds, along with 3 different types of pit bull dog breeds. So out of the 126 breeds that were tested overall, the average passing score was 82.3%. Now, for the 3 different pit bulls that were tested, their average combined score was 87.9%. So basically what all of those fancy numbers mean is that pit bull in general, of whether it's pure blood or based off of a mix, it's gonna have a higher percentage of being able to score better than 99 other dog breeds, which is gonna put it in the top 21 percentile of the most idealistic temperaments of dog breeds. So based off of the facts that I've shared with all of you today, I hope you have a better understanding of pit bull dogs and their nature. Thanks to the evidence, we know that they're not any more dangerous than any other dog breed, and they don't have the greatest bite strength among the dog breeds. So with that in mind, my message is that I want the ideology that pit bull dogs are a vicious breed to be a false assumption, and that people need to start talking about the truth so that we can stop labeling dogs based on their breeds. So if you wouldn't mind, the next time you encounter someone who's talking bad about pit bulls, and if you recognize that they're not sharing the truth, go ahead, let them know, say, hey, your information is inaccurate, or you could call them stupid, just either way, depending on your judgment.
Stupid.
Or if you even see a pit bull, most of the time they're going to be friendly, and they're going to be like any other dog breed you find. They just want love and affection. And if you can't, you can take a selfie of it, post it on social media, let people know that they're not truly a vicious breed. So, yeah. that's basically it. I do have to share one more thing. These are my 5 sources for my presentation, and then I'll wrap it up real quick. So I have The Strongest Bites in the Animal Kingdom, National Geographic's Dr. Brady Barr's Bite Pressure Test, The Problem with People, Not Pit Bulls, Myths and Facts, and then the position statement on pit bulls from ASPCA. So those are my 5 sources. All right, and now we're good.